Alright boys, starting with the first game here, we have our first map in the show match between Norway and Korea. And starting to the top left of Deadwing, we have Live with an awesome overlay here. Down to the bottom right, we have his opponent, which is the starting player for Team Norway. It is Aiki. And, well, Live is already showing us the balls of steel here, going up for a 10 pool on a 2-player map, on a 4-player map with a cross position. With me is Harstem casting this game. And, well, Harstem, what do you think about that? Do you really think that Live can get anything out of an opening like this on such a big map with a cross position?
Yeah. Especially against the build that Aiki is doing. This is best case scenario for Live. Well, I guess if it was a closer position, it would have been better. But he will just be starting his gateway. Like his zealot won't even be started, and the links will be in his base already. It also depends on how many links Live decides to make. If he stops at 8 or goes up to 12 or something like that. But it seems like he'll go to at least 10 links. So this is very good for Live. If he micros this well, he will be extremely far ahead and might even be able to end the game.
I mean, for Live, as you already said, like, it's the perfect opening here against the Nexus First that we saw from Aiki. So it couldn't get any better than that. If Aiki actually plays this passive, then Live might be in a bit of a problem. But right now, things are really going well for him. First of all, the Zerglings are already appearing, and we do not even have a gateway completed. He got a double gas in there as well, and this is really getting scary for him. I mean, at this point, do you think that Aiki can do anything to stay in this game?
He can stay in this game. He will just be very far behind. He might lose a few probes. He will have to cancel this Nexus, or he will lose it. Yeah, so he cancels it at the last possible moment. He's gonna chrono boost out a few zealots. Gonna add 2 gateways. He did scout his opponent right now, so he knows that there's a hatchery already. But he's gonna lose 1 or 2 probes at least.
Yeah, so we have the Zerglings actually doing quite a lot of damage, going straight here now also for... Oh, there's so many Zerglings in there already. Like, he lost 2 probes right off the bat, and he's fighting actually with the rest of them. He's going to lose the game here. I mean, there's only 1 Zealot left, and he lost so many of the probes already. The probe count at this point is super low. I mean, we're talking about like maybe 8 or 9, and that's all that he has. Overall supply is 12 against 24, losing 13 probes there. I mean, this is looking like good game already.
Yeah, this looks very over. The hatch for Live already finished. He has more than double the workers, and there's still gonna be 2 links for scouting purposes or whatever. So, yeah, Live is in a great position. He also already has his first queen out, second queen on the way, and Aiki will never, ever get his natural down if Live decides so.
You know, by the way, I found out the hotkey that finally shows us the rest of the information that we need. That is exactly the reason why I love to start games with my own user interface, because I'm at least familiar with it. So right now we have, at least when it comes to the production, a bit more of information there. But unfortunately, it seems like a few of the things are still not working as intended from the tournament organizers. And we don't see a lot of the income that's happening there. That's a bit sad, but well, at least we have production now in the game. So, well, for now, what else do we have? Let's have a quick look at this. We have 38 supplies still for Live, 18 only for Aiki, and I mean, he's still on 1 base. His mining is like really slow here. He doesn't have a lot of probes that give him the income that he needs. A double base already for Live up to the top left. We have him so far not with tech, but at least we have him with the gas taken. And I mean, this is horrible for him. There might not be gas yet, not speed yet, but I mean, what do you think Aiki could possibly do to take it right now, or to like come back into this game?
Yeah, I have no idea. He already lost another probes to the 2 links, and Live just keeps on being annoying with those 2 links for a very long time. He will be able to stop this pressure that Aiki is doing. He actually needs to recall. I don't see any way for Aiki to do anything to Live in this game. He's behind so many workers. He's behind the base still. I even think Live is better tech, and he's gonna have a bigger army, so basically everything is way better for Live.
I mean, the army supply at this point is 24 against 6, and those Zerglings are gonna have speed soon as well. Like, we have everything just moving down towards the bottom right, and it's the Baneling nest is coming into the play as well now, so I don't really think that there's anything that Aiki can do. I mean, his army supply is so low, he basically doesn't have anything. That Mothership core, of course, is quite nice, as it can't be attacked here, but that's not gonna help him when the rest of the buildings are just gonna be gone.
He's just gonna walk to the main base and kill all of his probes, I feel like right now. Also Baneling nest on the way, so if those 40 links won't finish it by them, well, 52 links won't finish it by themselves, then I bet 10 Banelings will.
Yeah, so now we have the rest of the Zerglings already in, and just look at that mini-map. I mean, Banelings and Zerglings moving across the map the entire time here. We have 14 more Zerglings being built. That speed upgrade is going to hit in just a second, and with 74 supply against 25, I don't think there's a question of how this game is going to end. Korea is going to take this first game. Aiki just running into a super aggressive style of life, who starts out with a 10 pool against the Nexus first and simply takes the game.
Yeah, it's not much Aiki could do after he opened like this.
So, guys, GG, Korea with a 1-0 lead, and we're going to jump into the second game in just a second, and probably also going to switch up that user interface, because I'm not really happy with that. So, see you in the next game, Korea versus Norway. Alrighty, boys, we are back, and as you can see with a great overlay this time, we have Korea going up against Norway, and it is game number 2 in the best of 9. Down to the bottom left, we have the Korean player in red. It is Life, taking down Aiki in the last game with a quick 10 pool against the Nexus first. No chance for the young Protoss player from Norway. Now an Overgrowth, map number 2 in the best of 9 series. We have Snoot as his opponent, spawning to the top right. With me is, of course, Protoss player Harstim, not only very handsome, but also very knowledgeable in all the Protoss matchups. How is your ZVZ?
My ZVZ is okay. I know that it involves lots of roaches.
Okay.
And I can talk about it. I can drop some knowledge bombs on everyone.
Okay, so how many nightmares did you have in your life because of ZVZs?
None.
None?
Except back in Wings, it wasn't as much fun with the Infestor Broodlord against Infestor Broodlord. Roach against Roach is rather quick. It's high paced and it's fun to watch. Infestor Broodlord against Infestor Broodlord, however, was quite the opposite.
Yeah, that was a bit of a pain. I definitely agree there. You're absolutely right. We have a pool first for Snoot here. Life, on the other hand, to the bottom left, is starting things off with a hatch first here. We saw him playing very aggressive in the first game against Aiki, and the young Protoss player didn't stand a chance there. What do you think are Snoot's chances to take Life out here? Snoot is a great CVZ player, which is probably the reason why we have him right now here. It's very likely that they're going to revive him, I feel, last. What do you think about that?
Yeah, definitely last. You want to have him as the guy that they can't snipe on a map, you know? You want to have him as the guy just last and take it as it goes. I don't think Targa or Aiki can take too many games in a row. I think only Snoot will be able to do that. But I feel like Snoot's strength is in a normal game. The more normal the game, the more regular, the more standard, the better it is for Snoot. And it's like that in every matchup. If it opens up weird, it's Snoot always tries to play as safe as possible and go into the style that he thinks is best in the matchup. So
you think that Snoot is not as good thinking on the fly?
He just doesn't. Yeah, you could say it like that. He isn't as good as other players at that.
I mean, we all know that he's like super solid, and especially when he comes up with new strategies or like he tries to incorporate the swarm hosts in certain styles, he really shines with that. I completely agree with you. Like when you say that he is a solid player that really wants to play the standard game. It's really interesting to me because we are currently in a format where you can revive one of the players immediately after he lost, and you have the option to, at the end, when all of your players were eliminated, to revive another one, but not the same player that you already revived once. So that leaves us with a couple of interesting options, because if you are Korea and Life loses here, how big are the chances that we're going to see him revived against a ZVZ player like Snoot? I think pretty slim, probably, right?
Yeah, I think what would be most likely would be MC with a snipe. Or if Jaedong feels very comfortable in the matchup or against Snoot in general, then you could see him as well. But I don't think you will immediately revive someone against Snoot.
I mean, what we have now is Life with a 4-queen defense. Every time I say that, I am reminded of chess immediately. And we have Snoot up to the top right with a super fast speed in comparison to what Life has here. Not only the speed, but he already drops the Baneling Nest, which is going to be, I want to say scouted, but so far it hasn't been spotted because the Zerglings decided to take another trip into the main base. He can actually completely hide that. If he, well,
but
I mean, the gas, the gas has been spotted, but the Overlord hasn't seen it yet either.
Yeah, it's more of a safety war, Baneling Nest anyway. On the other hand, we see Life going for an Evo and a quick lair already. 4 queens, like you mentioned, so and also getting the Road Warren, so we're just gonna see...
And he gets an Overlord.
Yeah, a quick Roach play by him, I guess. Getting that
Completely
+1 attack.
skipping speed here as well, or he can at least in the beginning if he goes straight for the Roach Warren. And he has the super fast tech that you've been talking about, getting additional extractors out now, and also the +1 attack upgrade, like super fast. So Snoot is trying to take a third base behind this because he realizes that there's no aggression coming his way. Him with the speed has the option to be aggressive here, but as you said, he's more the safe player, the standard player, the player who wants to go into a straight up game. How big do you think his chances are if Life decides to attack with that +1 attack upgrade on a bunch of roaches and goes down onto that third base that Snoot is currently building?
I think that just became a lot less likely because Snoot got in with a Ling. He sent 2 links in and the queens weren't in a good position. So he scouted the lair almost finishing. He saw that it was 3 gas and this normally indicates roach play. If it was Muta it would be 4 gas and he also scouted the roach run. But it could have been a fake, I guess. But now he confirmed everything. So I feel like Snoot is in quite an okay position. He's a little bit ahead in drones. He doesn't have any roaches out yet on the map. He doesn't even have his roach warren finished, so he should be careful. But I feel like he has enough. He has all the information. He should not die against this, so to say. Oh, and Life is actually going for is he going for a creep?
Yeah, I like that. He's spraying the creep with overlords already and helps with the queens to move out and take down the overlords on the map.
Yeah, that's a really cool play. And this actually gonna supply block Snutter for a bit.
Yeah.
Which is very annoying.
You know, this is something that... Oh, he doesn't place down any creep tumors though. This is something that TLO has like done ages ago. I think that was back in Wings of Liberty, right?
I remember seeing him do it in one of the home stories. I think the one that Snoot won, and that was 2012. So yes, I guess it was Wings. Wow. At the same time, Snoot has been droning up a lot. He's at 58 drones already, but he doesn't have as many. He doesn't have any roaches on the map right now. He has 11 in production. There's 17 for live already, and there's going to be 2 queens on the other side of the map, both with about 2 transfuses. So I feel like this third hold is going to be very, very difficult for Snutte.
Yeah, especially with the +1 attack upgrade, you know? Like, we have the speed upgrade for the roaches, we have all those roaches crossing the map, we have the creep carpet too, so they're going to be super fast, and we have those queens on the other end with nearly full energy, well, not quite, but still enough energy for a few transfuses. Snoot is going to find himself in a lot of trouble here. He's down to 50 army supply against 70, and Life is already moving in, taking down that front line. We have the queens without energy for Snoot. Life still has enough and way more than enough. I don't think that Snoot has a chance to hold this.
No, Snoot doesn't have the +1, doesn't have the roach speed, so he can't really run away without getting any free hits. And he's gonna lose his queens, he's gonna lose a bunch of drones, and I feel like he's just gonna lose the game. His army supply is so much lower right now, 68 for Life, 44 for Snutte.
It's crazy,
even
right?
Though, yeah, even though Life has to walk across the map, I still don't think it's gonna be enough for Snutte to hold.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, if this third base dies, then Snoot is on a 2-base economy against the 3 bases that Life has, and reinforcements should be so much faster for Life then as well. So right now he's already starting to heavily overwhelm his opponent. It's 40 army supply against 78, and this just doesn't look healthy. Like, not at all. The roach count at this point is 24 against 4. Of course, Snoot can build them a bit faster and have them in the battle right away, but still, like, that third base is not mining any longer. The income is already better for Life. This looks like a quick 2-0 for Korea.
Yeah, this is going to be a quick 2-0 for Korea, and the only... I guess they can revive Snutte right now, or they can play Targa.
Yeah, I mean, there it is, GG. Game number 2 ending in favor of Life here once again, so he's already on a bit of a killing spree, taking down Ike and Snoot. So boys, we're going to find out who the third player is in just a second, but Norway, after only 2 games, already down with an 0-2. They really, really need a heavy hitter right now, and Snoot is the best player that they have in the lineup. It's going to be pretty tricky for them to bounce back from this, so let's just wait and find out who player number 3 is going to be for Norway here at the Nation Wars 2 show match. Alright boys, game number 3, the Nation Wars show match. The winner of the Nation Wars, Norway, is going up against Korea. We have Korea versus Norway, and right now we have Korea in a 2-0 lead. Life was able to take down Ike in game number 1, and in game number 2 he was successful against Snoot. Now we have map number 3, Kamala Park, and up to the top left we have Life once again. In this best of 9, each team can revive 2 players, and Life has to face Snoot again, since Snoot got revived immediately. Probably not too happy about his performance in the last map. With me is Harstem, commentating those games with me. First of all, once again, welcome to the stream, Harstem. And what do you think about the last game that Snoot played against Life, and what do you think made them choose him as the first player to be revived instead of waiting later to have him as the final boss, so to say?
Maybe Snoot just thought he made one big mistake or something like that. Sometimes if you feel like you could have played way better or that you just made one mistake, you immediately want to take revenge. And I think that's what Snoot just said. He's like, well, I didn't lose this game because he outplayed me. It's not like he's a better player. It's just I made a thinking error or I made an error with my movement or something like that. And I would just like to try again. And, I think that's the main reason why he plays again.
I mean, Snoot is starting off with roughly the same build that we had in the last game. I mean, so far he starts off with a pool compared to Life, who prefers the hatch over the pool opening. And in the last game, Life skipping the speed, instead going straight for the lair tech and then for that roach push that we saw there. Do you think? How do you think Life is going to play it this time?
I think he's going to play it a bit more aggressive early on now. That's what like Life is more of a he mixes it up every game. So I'm 100% sure we're not going to see the same thing again. Because that's not how Life rolls.
Okay. That's not how Life rolls. It's always so awesome when they're like, when you have these, I mean, that nickname is just so brilliant when you want to go for memes or whatnot. And I guess Life is what happens while you're making other plans. It really applies so well to StarCraft 2 when you face him. I mean, we have both of them at least taking gas right now. So Life is not playing that 4-queen defense that he played in the first game. Kamala Park also a bit of a different map. In general, one of the things that the Koreans, sorry, not the Koreans, but the French, of course, reminded us of is that we have on all of the maps, as far as I know, cross position. Correct me if I'm wrong. At least he is only cross, and I think that's also true for the rest of the maps that we play.
I 100% know this map at least, only cross position.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the openings, well, actually, yeah, like you mentioned, the same again. So Life is feeling lucky today. He's been gambling a lot. He played Hatch first twice and 10 pool in the first game.
Yeah, 10 pool on Deadwing.
He got the perfect build order every single time.
Yeah, I mean, the 10 pull on Deadwing, that was like so ballsy. You see so many Protoss players not starting with that Nexus first, and then suddenly you find yourself in so much trouble because you cut all those workers, but it worked so well for him, and I mean, Ike didn't stand a chance. You can't even blame the kid, you know? I mean, what are you gonna do when suddenly the Zerglings appear in your base and you don't even have your gateway up?
Yeah, your Zealot isn't finished, you have 10 probes, the guy shows up with 6 links, like, good luck buddy, but no matter how good your micro is, it's not gonna work. You just kinda like, you can try. I don't think he microed his probes perfectly, but he could have done a bit better, but he still would have been so far behind. It's one of the biggest build order wins in StarCraft there is, at least for Protoss, like or build order losses for Protoss. And Life, I think, got a decent scout in Snooter's base, saw the gas. What did Snooter see so far? He didn't see anything. He doesn't know if he's playing against gas or against a gasless
It's just those queens at the ramp, and now the Zerglings are there as well, so he doesn't really get any information whatsoever. And Life is already building quite a lot of Zerglings. The same is true for Snoot, by the way. Both of them also with the Baneling nest here. Looks like we're getting some old-fashioned Baneling wars.
Yeah, but Snoot has 10 more drones, so it's if Snoot handles this well, if he defends this without any big losses, he's gonna be in a great spot. However, Life, of course, he has 10, like a lot less drones, but that means he has more links. He's got a more few banelings outside of the base, and Snoot already has 2 banelings finished on top of the ramp right now, 4 more on the way. So I feel like if Snoot micros this well, he's gonna be in a good position.
Yeah, the Baneling count at this point is 4 against 0 for Snoot. That's of course going to change in a couple of seconds since Life is currently morphing his own Banelings. So we have Life really going ham on this one. But he actually got those Harvesters in as well. So the Harvester count is nearly the same right now. It doesn't really look like Life wants to force the issue here, but he's definitely going to test the waters.
Yeah, maybe just wants to micro a bit, see how good Snooter's micro is in the Ling Bling war. And already taking to a layer behind this. He's not going to commit to this heavily. Snooter realizes getting his 3rd base as well. In total, he built, I believe, 8 banelings, still 7 left, exploded 1 already. So the layer for Life is going to be quicker, and he's going up to 4 gas without a Roach Warren, without an Evo Chamber. So this is looking a lot like Muta.
Yeah, that layer is really, really fast here, hitting 4 Life, and well, he's still trying to sneak in with those Zerglings, but doesn't really have too much left there. The army supply definitely better for Snoot right now, and Snoot is building a lot of links. Like, he looks like he really wants to commit to this, or he's just not sure how much Life really has, but his 3rd base is definitely going to help him. Life, as you already said, has that layer tech, has that extra gas. It looks like it goes for the Spire, and there it is, Spire already built. How do you think that's actually going to work out for him? I mean, we have a couple of banelings up at the top. There's one spine crawler already. He builds two more. He sees what Snoot is doing. How do you think Snoot's chances are to really take him down before those Mutalisks hit?
I think Snoot has an okay chance if he micros this wall. Oh, a lot of banelings on the ramp if Snoot manages to get
Oh
them
my
there.
god.
He got a bunch of
Oh
those.
shit, like he got like 8 of them, I think. 7 or 8 with only 2. That was an amazing trade for Snoot, and suddenly life is in a lot of trouble. I mean, that's going to be a baneling party right there.
Yeah, he's gonna lose a few drones, I believe. Spine's going down, one more spine on the way. Wow, really good defense by Life actually with the little units he had, but he is gonna lose a bunch of drones. Wow.
Yeah, but actually much better played by Life than I thought. When I saw those banelings going down, I really thought that Snoot would rush in and completely take him on here. But as it happens, only 3 harvesters died. That's all that he got out of this. And this is like looking like a really good defense for Life, who is now nearly completed with the Spire.
Yeah, his Spire is almost done, and he's gonna hold. He has 4 queens right now, he has a bunch of banelings, and he still has a spine crawl as well. He is supply block, so he needs those extra 2 overlords. Oh, nice baneling detonation there on a bunch of links by Life. So I'm liking Snoot's position though, to be honest. He has a 3rd base up. If he defends well against the Mutas, he's gonna be in an alright position. But 6 Mutas, and he didn't even start his own layer yet, so it's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, Life is trying to go for the counter-aggression right now with his own links and rushing towards the 3rd base. The Mutalisks are already there, but we all know what Spore Crawlers do with Mutalisks, and it's not pretty.
Definitely isn't. A little Ling run by on the 3rd. Good job by Life. Probably got 1 or 2 drones. Did not see how many exactly. 3rd base on the way for him as well. And the first 6 Mutas, like you mentioned, are out right now. And he's actually going into an Evo Chamber and a Roach Warren. So he's only going to get 8 to 10 Mutas. For map control, he's going to kill a bunch of Overlords. Wants to maybe see if there's some weak spots, force a bunch of Spores. And then he's just going to transition into the mass Roach game.
The Queen to the bottom of the map, do you see that? Completely out of position, I have no idea what it's doing there. Snoot probably doesn't know either. The Queen doesn't know what she's doing there. She's just walking back. She's like, yeah, I got drunk yesterday and ended up at the other side of the map. I'm sorry, boys.
I'm not sure what happened either, guys.
Yeah, that Queen had too much beer, you can really tell. Oh, I don't think she's gonna die though, is she? That would be ridiculous. Yes, the Queen goes down. Drunk Queen being sniped here. Yeah, that happens when you're out on the street, you know, completely hammered, and then suddenly 8 Mutalisks are just gonna... Well, I'm not gonna finish that sentence, but yeah.
Yeah, drunken driving gets another victim in this Queen.
Now I'm thinking about the Queen driving a vulture. I don't know why. Well, the Mutal is actually doing a really good job. I mean, he sniped the Queen. He gets a couple of Overlords out of this with all the additional Queens that we have for Snoot. It's actually like really impressive how much he can take down here.
Yeah, but take a look at the drone count. 73 drones against 54. And Snoot should realize by now that Life is transitioning out of the Mutas. He's getting his own Roadrunner, he's getting his own +1, and he's getting Pathogen Glance for his Infestor. So I'm really liking Snoot's position in this game. He had a good defense against the Mutas, he has a lot of drones, he has a lot of Queens, which are also quite nice in Roach against Roach fights,
yeah.
Especially if you're defending. He's gonna have good creep threat, and he's gonna have the tech advantage.
Yeah, and he can simply move out onto the map with all those Queens if he wants to. I mean, they're always protecting against the Mutalisks with ease because there's 11 of them. Then the Transfuses, as you already pointed out, are also a huge benefit in his favor. In tech, he's not that far behind. Well, double tech for Life with the double upgrades here. But still, Snoot with the earlier 3rd base, he's really putting a good job out there. We have him now still with an army supply that is roughly... Well, okay, he's catching up actually. It's 90 versus 90 right now. He just closed that gap and took a pretty impressive lead in overall supply. But Life looks like he wants to move in, and that's actually just before we have those Infestors out on the map.
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna work for him. There's too many Queens, there's too many Transfuses, and even though he does have +1 against no upgrades for Snoot, Snoot's army is just a bit too scary with those Queens.
Dude, what we just like missed, apparently Baneling detonation right into the 3rd base, killing 17 Harvesters, and that was well done by Life. I mean, attacking here to the left side, which we focused on as well, Snoot didn't realize that there were Banelings moving, neither did we, and 17 lost with a simple Baneling detonation. I mean, it was a great move that we had there by Life.
Yeah, you know you did a good job when you even tricked the observers. Like,
exactly.
It was a trick of a lifetime. Now the Mura's going to the main base again, he's probably gonna... Man, I don't even do it on purpose now.
Yeah, you're looking at this like, how do I do it? I'm on fire. A trick of a lifetime. Oh yeah, baby, you know it.
Yeah, I'm still liking Snoot's position though in this game. He has a lot of money banked up, so the drone bosses were annoying, but he had a lot of minerals anyway, so he could just rebuild them. Just cost him a bunch of larva. He wants to take his forward base, but the Muras have something to say against that.
Well, we have 1-1 on Life's roaches now, and we have 40 roaches for him against 33. It's really those queens and the infestors that make all the difference. If you look at the battle like this, the Mutalisks just don't come into play any longer. They are great as a harass unit to take down overlords on the map, to isolate maybe a queen or snipe something else, but in the straight-up fight, they are not that useful anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And in general, I like Snoot's army composition better. There's Hydras as well, and it feels like Life is one tech behind in a way. He's only now getting his own infestors, and Snoot already is going into Hydra. So Snoot's army is just stronger. It's bigger as well, and he has a bank about as big as Life. So I'm really liking Snoot's position.
Yeah, I mean the Hydra comp is definitely going to work for him. We already talked about the Queens earlier and about how much sustain they give to the entire front line, just always healing those roaches up. But the DPS that we have with those Hydra lists is of course absolutely enormous for him right now. Resources lost, 5,400 against 4,800. In Life's favor, and he's taking a fourth, but I'm not sure if he can really withstand this much pressure right now, because Snoot definitely is fed up with this. He wants to go for the win.
Yeah, he wants to go for the win, but he needs to be careful against infestors. Good concave there by Life. Snoot realizes that, knows that he can't fight, so he has to back up. Tech's too high, very nice choice by Snoot. He wants to get the +3 upgrade, and I'm not sure, maybe go to Brute Lords, but I think in general just for the +3 upgrade. If you're up an upgrade, your opponent doesn't have hive, you're always going to be in a good position.
That fourth, I mean, I have to double check, but I also don't think that Snoot saw that, right? Yeah, so he has no idea. He probably expects that there is a fourth base at this point, but he didn't really confirm it. He himself has that fourth that he was trying to fight for, but now, oh, the Mutalist actually caught with a fungal. If he gets another, the Infestor is going to pay with his life for that insolence. Oh, maybe not. Actually gets away. Mutalisks taking out at least one of the Hydras, and they're still focusing down Overlords, but the left side, that's where we suddenly have the base taken out.
Yeah, Snoot just moves in. You can't walk down this ramp Life, and you know it. He's not even gonna try. This map, it's very hard to defend something if you get caught out of position. Like, you can't sneak your way down a ramp like this. Wow, he's trying. Just as I say that, he walks down, but I don't think this is a good position for Life to fight in. Very good concave by Snoot, and I feel like this fight is going way better for Snoot. Life losing a lot of resources in this fight, and he needs to remax on a lot of roaches and hydras right now.
I mean, he's trying to build them now. Saving that space was not really an option anymore. The Mutalists down to the bottom right are still taking down Overlord after Overlord, even supply blocking Snoot now. And that's, of course, super annoying for him at this point. He really wants to go into this fight with full force, but if Life actually replenishes them, Life with a really good fungal here on top of the ramp, but the concave that we see for Snoot is now much better, and he flanks it even with a few of his own Hydras, and I don't think that Life can do anything here. He's 60 supply down already, losing one unit after another, and there's the GG as he's threatened to lose his third base as well. Snoot taking down Life in the rematch that was forced through the revive that we had for Norway here. So it's a 2-1 in favor of Korea still, and we are heading towards game number 4, with Korea going to have to choose another player, or of course they have the option to revive Life in this game, but I kind of doubt that we're going to see that. Either way, in just a few we're going to find out who the next player for Korea is, so stay tuned, guys. Game number 4, and as you can see, we have again a Zerg versus Zerg. If you took a quick look at the scoreboard up at the top, we have Korea still in the lead with a 2-1, and it is once again Snoot that starts for Norway, of course, since he won the last match, but Life is his opponent here. Again, for the 3rd time in a row, Korea actually revived Life, so kind of in this best of 9 between Korea and Norway, we have this mini best of 3 between Life and Snoot, which I find pretty funny, and we have Life with the 9 pool.
So he opened with 10 pool, then went into hatch first, and now he goes for the 9 pool. This guy is... he isn't playing it safe and solid, that's for sure. But he is winning, and that's what's important. Already took 2 games, and now it's all gonna be, is Snoot gonna go for the pool first again, or is this gonna be the game that he changes it up and is gonna go for the hatch first?
Well, this is actually... I like that Life is doing something like this, like mixing it up and really trying to play a best of three here, where he tries to just play the mind games against his opponent. I love stuff like that, and as you already said earlier, he's somebody who really likes to change stuff up. You said that already in the second game. Love it. For Snoot, on the other hand, we have him still with the same opening, and Snoot opened in all of these games with a pool first, and right now that is actually working out really well for him.
Yeah, this is good. This is it would have been better if it was a 14 pool, obviously, or even something like 14-14 would have been almost a build order win. But 15 pool is a great opening for Snoot. I think he needs to pull a few drones for a bit down to save his own hatchery, and then his links will arrive. But he should be in a good spot against this for sure. I'm not sure how early he will be able to spot it, but yeah, I think I'm liking Snoot's position for sure.
Yeah, I like it too, and I'm actually a bit surprised that Life goes for that. I like that he switches things up. I'm just not sure if that's really the right reaction here. We have him, on the other hand, going straight for, is he going to cancel that gas and just going to get another, are we really going to see him with gas taking already? There's still no basin or nothing for him. We have already the scout to the bottom in just a second. The Overlord is in, the Zerglings follow, gas has been taken, and Life is now revealed with his strategy, and Snoot has his own pool ready, is getting gas, the Queen is already halfway done. He might not be able, he should actually be able to, no, he might not be able to save that base if Life commits here, but he's at least not going to die to this.
Yeah, he's not going to die to this. That's for sure. He takes his own gas, so he's going to be about 50 gas behind, which is fine. Just going to be, I guess his speed is going to be delayed by about 20 or 25 seconds. He's going to hold. He's ahead in drones, 15 against 12. But Life with the earlier inject is catching up in that as well. So even though I thought this would be a lot better for Snoot, let's put it like this.
Yeah, he's not as far ahead as you would think he is. It's also because he can't really judge what's happening right now and how many drones Life actually is building behind this. Like, is he reinforcing with the drones? Is he reinforcing with the Zerglings? He has the Overlords in position, but he doesn't really apparently know what's going on there, with gas now taken. Snoot going for the faster Baneling Nest, which is a smart choice, thinking about it, since he only wants to have them as a defensive means, whereas Life, of course, needs the speed first to be really aggressive here and pushing it.
Yeah, if this game is still going to go into a bit of a longer game, I'm giving the edge to Snoot. He has a bit more money, and he's a little bit ahead. Well, yeah, he's ahead in supply as well. So I'm liking Snoot's position. Both of them are taking a hedge right now. Both of them know that they took a hedge, so I'm curious if we're going to see anything aggressive from either player.
Mm-hmm. I mean, down to the bottom right now, we have, how many Zerglings do we still have for Snoot here? We have Snoot currently with 14 against only 6. Harvester count is identical at 15, and both players with a Baneling Nest, which is always a bit of a threat. But Life is the one who reinforces with links again. He's starting to match the count that we see for Snoot. Is he really going to be aggressive with this, though? Not quite sure.
He is, because there's two Banelings morphing on the bottom side of the map for Life already, and he's gonna run those two in, trying to get some easy link snipes. However, I don't think Snoot will let that happen. He already has one Baneling on top of the ramp as well. Two more morphing in right now. Let's see how good his reactions are. Yeah, he spots it immediately. So this is okay for Snoot so far. Bringing down the second Queen as well, and it's all gonna be about the micro right now. Speed isn't finished yet though, so that might be annoying.
Yeah, for Snoot it's going to be a bit more difficult to really engage and disengage against those speedlings that we see for Life, especially, of course, since the Korean player can now dodge those Banelings much more efficiently than Snoot can, up to the point where he has speed on his own. Well, he's trying to go for those Queens, but of course with the Banelings still in the fray, he needs to be super careful with that. He could take those down. He's really trying to just angle for those Banelings, but he doesn't get them. The defense of Snoot with the positioning that he has is really good, even though he lost the Queen now.
Yeah, that's a bit painful, losing that one Queen. On the other hand, Life is on two Queens actually, but the second Queen already finished for Snoot, so this is very good for him, I would say. He's ahead in drones by about 5, and he has his army is a bit bigger as well. So yeah, I'm liking this position.
Yeah, I mean, for Norway, it's really important that Snoot is going to take this game. It is definitely the best player that they have. You only can revive him once, even though you have 2 revives in the best of 9 series. So if Snoot is already out, that would be horrible for them. Of course, now Korea can already think about that. What happens if Snoot wins here? Who are we going to send in to take him on? Is it going to be MC? Is it going to be Jaedong? How are we going to play with him? Life cannot be revived either after this mini best of 3 that we have between the two of them in the middle of the game here. But this is definitely a close one right now. Is Snoot maybe with a bit of an upper hand, but that can turn so fast in the Zerg versus Zerg that it's still not really decisive.
Yeah, it seems to kind of still be in the Ling Baneling phase right now. Snoot slightly ahead. He has his third base earlier, he has more drones, and he is getting his lair quicker.
Yeah.
So definitely would give the lead to Snoot right now. On the other hand, Life is going to get aggressive once again, and I'm not sure how ready Snoot is this time. How many larvae does he have? 2 larvae. He has 2 lings and 1 baning. I think he's gonna lose his third base, Khaldor.
He has nothing here. Like, he has 1 Baneling, as you already mentioned. So there's really nothing that can stop those Zerglings if they go straight for the third, and that's exactly what they do. Turning around for a second, but then deciding to take on that third regardless. Life is taking a third base behind this, and that 1 Baneling, that 1 Baneling standing is still moving in. And oh, a nice dodge there by Life too. He needs to cancel that. Whoa! He's trying to hold it, and he might be able to do it. He has double Baneling there. Dude, like, he might be able to actually hold that. 5. He has 6 hit
Look at
points.
the bailing! Oh, no. If that bailing is gonna... Nah, he won't get it with the bailing. He needs to snipe it with the links on the left side. I think he will be able to get it. Snoot should really leave some defense here, or get...
Snoot has no energy. There's nothing with enough energy for a quick inject. Not even at the natural, those links are definitely going to get it. Oh my god, like, that was so clutch. Life couldn't probably believe that either when it happened. It was like, what the hell is going on here? 1 hit was missing, and Snoot is trying to do the same thing, but I highly doubt that's going to be possible for him.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. There's too many links. At the same time, Snoot actually is losing a bunch of drones and a queen at home, and all of a sudden this game, like you mentioned, just turned around out of nowhere. Live with 25 links, and Snoot won't be able to take his third base for quite some time now. He needs to wait for those roaches at least.
Yeah, the +1 is also on the way. If he gets that in, that would be great, but the problem for him really is that we have that third base alive for life, no pun intended. So what is he going to do at this point? I mean, taking a third on his own is going to be really tricky, especially with the Zerglings wrecking his wall, taking down 2 queens, suddenly straight up in his face, a few of them going for the drones, the rest heading into the main base. He lost another queen here. He's down to 0 queens. He doesn't have a single queen for inject, Harstem.
Yeah, and he already is banking a lot of money. He just keeps on losing drones as well. 8 drones already lost this game, and I think he's gonna lose 1 more here. Well, good stacking micro there, Snoot, to say the least. But at the same time, Life's third already finished. He's at 14 drones.
That's crazy, dude.
Getting double upgrades, and Lair is about to finish, so he's gonna have roach speed as well.
8 workers killed, the double upgrades on the way. You talked about the speed too. I mean, structures killed. That's still at 1 hatch that we saw earlier. If you look at the units killed on the other hand, there's a pretty big difference right there. We have 1 Zergling spotting the third base attempt that we see for Snoot, who has that +1 attack upgrade faster, but I don't think it's really going to matter too much. Right now, Life has the better army supply, the better worker supply. He's catching up in tech. What do you think Snoot could do here?
I think Snoot just has to aim for a long game. He needs to defend. He needs to hold on right now. He can. I don't think he can attack like this. It's 15 roaches against 15 roaches and 24 links, and it's not like roach speed actually gives him extra power.
Yeah, and
his upgrade is, I guess he has +1 against 0-0, but those links.
Oh my god, he's shutting off his path of retreat. He's even caught off guard right now. He can't move back. He's gonna lose his entire army here. There's absolutely nothing that Snoot can do about this. And this is like the worst case scenario for him. He didn't even try to fight, he just wanted to poke, but he didn't account for those speedlings that were just moving in on the back.
Yeah, and now Life has a huge lead. He's ahead by more than 10 roaches. He's gonna catch up in upgrades. Both of them have double Evo chambers. +2 is going to be a little bit quicker for Snoot, but if you're down 40 supply in roaches, that doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, and the harvester count, I mean, okay, there's still only a slight difference between the drone count, only 6, but that accounts over time. It's really starting to just take away a bit from Snoot's power to reinforce after a fight, and you can really see that it shows. I mean, the army supply alone is 99 against 62, and with the upgrades about to be the same, he's trying to take the game now. And if he is, I mean, I don't think there's anything that Snoot can do. He won't even have that +2 attack upgrade. They're all going to fight on even upgrades, Harstem.
Yeah, he's going to have a very sweet timing for quite some time. With this supply lead, I don't think it really matters, even if +2 would be done for Snoot already. Supply blocked as well, and this is just going from bad to worse.
Yeah, this is a numbers game. moves in. He doesn't even care about the concave or anything else. He just attacks in any direction, and there's so many roaches for him. 38 against 15. The Zerglings streaming in now as well at the reinforcements. A 50 supply lead overall. Snoot, he lost one game against Life already. That's the third game that they play against each other, and it looks like in the end it's going to be Life who will prevail here. Moving in up the ramp, taking down everything. The GG well played by Snoot, and Life puts the score to a 3-1 for Korea in this Nation Wars Showmatch. Snoot eliminated twice by Life. Ike in the first game taken out by the Korean Zerg player. And well, I guess it's time for Norway to send out probably Targa as the next player.
Yeah,
it's
the only one they can put now.
The only one that they can put out, so it's going to be really difficult for them to really put that off. Let's see how what Life can do against Targa. It's going to be map number 5 in just a bit, so guys stay tuned and we'll be back in a few. Starting to the top right in our fifth game between Norway and Korea, we have Life. He won that mini best of 3 that both teams just threw in the match. They revived first of all Snoot, then Life got revived, and Targa apparently having a bit of a problem here. He's currently the opponent of Life in this 5th game, experiencing a few spikes on the North American server as it seems, and Norway is already down 2 maps, so Targa is kind of the heavy hitter that they're starting to send in. He was mentioning earlier already that he might have a build or 2 prepared here, but his problem is that on the North American server it's a little bit tricky to really follow through with them because of those lags. So let's find out if we actually have to restart that game. Targa actually restarted his PC before that game started because he experienced some lags in the chat itself. So we're gonna apparently try out if he can get rid of those. But yeah, we have Targa versus Life, another Zerg versus Zerg as the 5th game. Of course, we have once again Harstem with us here in the cast. So how you doing, and what do you think is gonna happen in game number 5?
What I think is going to happen is we're going to see a lot of banings very early on in Life's base. It's all about if Life is ready for them or not. That's all I'm thinking about right now. Merry-Go-Round in general is a very aggressive map, very open third, so it's way easier to attack. Defending is maybe even a bit harder than attacking, because it's also quite easy to send roaches to, for example, the natural, and then you have to split off perfectly as a defender. So in general I would say it's a very aggressive map with if it gets to the mid game, it will be big roach plays most of the time. We won't see Mura on this map, I don't think so.
The better scout here for Life in this game, scouting to the bottom left, so he's going to find out the position of his opponent and can then sneak with the Overlord into the main base to have a quick look what exactly the build of Targa is going to be. Targa starting with the pool first, whereas Life is using that build that we saw him choose against Snoot several times, where he goes into the hatch first and maybe even delays his pool a bit. For now, we have the Overlords actually meeting down to the bottom of the map. And, well, let's see if those banelings are going to become a reality.
Yeah, I can feel it. Yeah, but man, once again, the build order advantage for Life. He had it in every game except for the King Sejong game, which is also the one he lost. So. Wait, no, he won. Wow.
You said it with so much confidence. I was like thinking about it. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure he won that game, right? And they're like, no, Harstem was like so serious about it.
Yeah, but that was the only game that he didn't have the build order advantage with
True.
the 10 pool against the 15 pool. But this game he starts with the hatch first against the 15 pool once again. We see both players taking a gas a bit earlier for Life, so he's gonna have his speed earlier as well, or an earlier baning nest if he opts for that, but most likely just gonna open up with speed, both of them. So yeah, we haven't seen any gasless play yet in any of the games not by Snoot, neither by Life.
Well, Life actually played 4 Queen at the beginning, where he took the gas very, very late. So we kind of did it a bit, I guess. It wasn't the first game that they played when Snoot and Life met, but now, as you're right, we have the gas with speed already taken, and he's still mining with 1 drone. For Snoot though, well, sorry, for Targa, we have right now, yeah, okay, their speed started just a bit later. Not really a big difference between the two of them, just a tiny window, but I don't think that it's really going to matter.
And interestingly, Life is only mining gas with 1 drone right now, and Targa continues mining with all 3 drones. So His baning nest is gonna be earlier if he wants to get it. Yeah, it's a baning nest in the back. Normally, you put the baning nest at the front to also have some kind of wall, and yeah, you know, you're just playing safe when you do that. But
You just
Targa's hiding it, so
yeah.
this is. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be something good.
I mean, at the beginning, if you really put it down on the low ground, you also tell your opponent just like, okay, stay the hell out of here. I don't want you here. I have a baneling nest, so just stay away. But Targa, as you already said, how many drones does he have? Okay, he already screwed up the build. He has 26.
Yeah,
Didn't
26 drones.
Mo9 is shedding a French tear on the French stream right now, but here come the Zerglings. Targa is going for it. It's gonna be the Targa banelings.
Yeah, this is gonna be the Targa base. Oh, and Life is he actually gonna be able to scout it? Oh, Life didn't even research speed. Ah, he sees 2 links, Bob. Is that enough of an indication for him?
Dude, he cancelled that. He cancelled speed. He definitely had speed started. He cancelled speed and started the lair.
Do you think this wall is gonna be enough? The wall just starting. I think there's too much area to attack on this roach warren, and I feel like it's just gonna fall. Nice wall, I guess, with 3 buildings, 4 queens out already, so that's nice for him. I would have loved to see him attack the roach warren instead. I think it would be easier to get that one down.
I think he's gonna bust it. I think he's just gonna move in with those banelings. And the thing is, if he takes the roach warren out, then there's nothing as a follow up. The only thing that Life can build then is Zerglings, and they won't have the speed. Here come the banelings. Now he's not going for it though. The Zerglings at the front, they're just taking damage, nothing else. They won't really be able to get through there, or will they? Another queen is already there. He could block. He's really just trying to go full way through that wall. I don't think he can do that.
Yeah, but he needed to kill that queen first because it has a transfuse, and if he busts into the roach warren, he will just lose his banings for free, and then the transfuse will go down. But this is a horrible position for Targa already, behind about 10 drones right now. Lair already finished for Life, and there's 2 evo chambers plus 1 already on the way, roach speed on the way. This is a horrible position for Targa.
Yeah. I mean, I completely agree with you when you say that the roach warren was like difficult, but the thing is, the roach warren wasn't finished. He could have gone for it, and without the risk of a transfuse, if he runs in with the banelings right away and makes the decision, he's gonna hit that roach warren before it's finished, and he can maybe bust through. But trying to go through the queen with 2, 3 queens behind her, even if that first queen dies, he's gonna have the wall.
Yeah, he's still gonna have the wall, so maybe not the best decisions by Targa, but very, very good defense by Life as well. Should not forget that. Solid defense, good wall, good reaction in general, and
he has speed now. He has speed, he has +1 attack in a few seconds. Wow.
Yeah, Targa's in a horrible position. He is very far behind in supply, also because of the roaches kind of inflate supply. Oh, nice catch by Targa if he manages to get all of those queens, but there is a bunch of transfuses as well. Life actually messing up a little bit there.
Last second transfuse, but he loses all 3 of them in the end.
Yeah, so good little pickup by Targa, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough. It's 11 roaches against 18 lings right now.
Army supply is 44 against 13. I mean, that says it all.
Yeah, it does, and then +1 is finished as well as roach speed. So this is a horrible position for Targa. Life still had the 2 queens, so he can still inject. He has a spine at home, so he's relatively safe if he can block the little hole in his wall with maybe a roach or something like that. If he notices that a run by is coming in. Targa trying to delay with the links, trying to pick off roaches, but he only has 10 links, and 5 roaches with +1 makes short work of those. This is gonna be such a hard hold for Life.
Oh yeah, I mean, Targa is trying to defend now, and he has quite a couple of roaches back at home. That's not the problem. The thing is really that the numbers game is gonna end up in Life's favor if he gets the rest of his army across the map. He's already picking off the roaches that we have up at the wall, moving a few into the main base even. The queens are gonna pressure it as well, and as long as when the queens are gone, then he's missing out on injects too. This is horrible. The +1 is still not done. Not even speed is done for Targa. He's losing so much. He is down to 70 supply, and there's the GG as Life takes down another player, is able to put the 4th point onto the scoreboard for Korea, and Targa eliminated. Will probably be revived in the next game, but an awful position for Norway here in this show match at the Nation Wars between Korea and Norway. Starting to the bottom right, boys, we have Life once again for the Korean team. 4 points on the scoreboard, all thanks to him, and he could go for the all-kill with another map win against Norway. He would make it happen. Starting on Outboxer, to the top left, we have Targa, the last man standing already for Norway. To win this best-of-9 series, Targa would have to activate the man Mon, turn Super Saiyan, and take down 4 maps in a row. Life has the chance of finishing it all and single-handedly destroying Norway, and we are going to witness now what's going to happen here. With me is, of course, once again, Harstim casting this Korean versus Norway best-of-9 show match.
Exactly, and I'm curious if Life will get ahead once more from the build orders, or if Targa's going to go for the hedge first. I think Life, there's no pressure for Life at all right now. He knows that the likelihood of Targa doing something like a tempo is very small, so I would be surprised to see anything but a hedge first from Life. And Targa should be the guy playing safe because he needs to win, but on the other hand, playing safe isn't always the best way to win. So
I mean,
we're going to see a hedge first from him as well. So it's going to be hedge first against hedge first, so a bit better start for Targa already.
Yeah. Compared to what we saw in the last few games, they're definitely right about that. So the builds this time are exactly the same. And, well, I'm rather curious to see how exactly... I would actually have said that if somebody is going to play aggressive, do you think that... I don't know, you know, I personally find it awesome when you're on the last, down to the last leg, and you say like, alright, I'm just going to throw it all into like a super aggressive build, and it is so awesome when you win with that, because nobody really expects it, right? Because you're supposed to be the one who plays safe since you're about to lose it, but then, on the other hand, if, as we said already, it doesn't work, then you look super silly in a scenario like this.
Yeah, exactly, but on the other hand, you already took 3 maps, like, can they really blame you that much? No, they can't.
No, not really.
Targa going for the early guess, and Life opting for a bit later guess, so we might see a lot of queens once again. Maybe Life just decided that, alright, I'm the better player, I'm just gonna play safe. If it gets to the macro game, I'm pretty sure I can outplay him, even though my third will be a bit delayed from the gasless. So yeah, I'm liking it. We're seeing full gasless from Life this game. Probably gonna go up to 4 queens once again. It's gonna get the double evo and the road warren in the wall. Gonna play it safe, gonna play it solid.
That showmatch reminds me currently a little bit when Germany was kicking Brazil's ass in the last Football World Cup. Kind of the same thing. At some point, even our coach said, like, guys, we are guests here, you should probably give them at least like 1 goal. It might happen that at this point MC is like saying to Life, listen buddy, you've done a great job, but it's rather time that first of all you give Norway a bit of a win and I want to play too.
Yeah, you know how much MC is gonna regret it if they manage to lose in the end. I don't think something like that will ever happen.
No, probably not, but I think MC would be really happy if he can get a chance to win the last map for his team. That's probably that's probably what he's currently waiting for. I really think that if Targa manages to take down Life, we're going to see MC as the next player. But, well, time will tell. First of all, Targa has to take down Life, and that's already a pretty big obstacle. Double Queen defense at the front line, trying to force those Zerglings back and make sure that they don't get the scouting information here. We have Spinecrawler already built for Life, apparently expecting the Targa banelings.
Yeah, he's expecting something aggressive. Maybe he just wants to show that he's playing safe. Maybe he cancels it at the last moment. I don't know. He is getting the double gas right now, so just playing it, kind of standard. It's gonna go up to roaches most likely.
There's the baneling nest, and this time we have it at the front. So it's one of those get the hell out of my base baneling nests.
Exactly, it's going to be a bit more of a... Well, it can still be used for aggressive purposes, because Targa is still mining a lot of gas. If you take a look at his gas, he's already banking 160, but he has a lot of drones, so this should not be a baneling buzz right now.
He actually cancelled the baneling nest, and instead is building now an evolution chamber for an early upgrade.
I like this a lot by Targa.
TLO style, going for the +1 in armor right away.
Yeah, going for the carapace indeed.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Life is going for the double evo and the road horn, so like I said, this is just the standard follow-up you play from a gasless in ZVZ. You go up to 4 gas and just go double upgrade and get a nice wall with the road horn as well. You're gonna go into roach speed, a bunch of roaches, take your third, very, very conservative play by Life.
For Targa, we have the third base, we have the Zerglings at the front door just knocking and seeing if Life maybe left a bit of a gap that they can exploit, which is not the case. Life has the double upgrades going for him. Targa, the bit faster upgrade, which shouldn't really matter too much. But look at that lair tech for life. So much faster here, and he can of course then start the speed upgrade so much earlier than Targa as well. And he knows about the third base too. Like, he's definitely going to try and hit a similar timing. Not quite the same one, but maybe a similar timing that he used against Snoot in the first game, where he was trying to punish him for that third.
Yeah, he might be able to do something like this, but we see Targa not droning up as hard as Snoot did. Snoot droned up all the way to 58 in that game before building any roaches. Targa already cutting at 45 right now. He sees that there's no third base. There's no reason for him to go up to that many drones. Targa wants to take on life in a standard game, and he's doing quite well for himself right now. He's gonna try to maybe cancel that hatch. No, he won't. Wanted to snipe the drone, I guess, but...
Yeah, but when he sees that third base go through, he can definitely drone up a bit faster and then lead with a better drone count here. He sees that third base attempt. He's going to double check that a couple of times. And I mean, for now we have the +1/+1 not done yet. 3 overseers are already built. That gives him a lot of visibility on the map. We will see everything. And what I really like when you have such a high overseer count is that you later on, with a Contaminate, can delay those upgrades for a long, long time if you're meticulous about it.
Exactly. Here comes one changeling. Does Targa spot it? No, he does not spot the changeling. So this changeling is going to be seeing everything that happens at the third base, especially the drone count, which is very important to know for life right now. He wants to know if Targa's building more drones.
He saw it. He killed it just now.
Oh, okay. That's nice. That's
So,
really nice.
yeah, but as I mean, your thought, he wants to see the drone count, wants to know exactly when he can really start to produce units on his own, or when he has to just like drone up to keep up in economy.
Exactly. Targa coming out with a big push right now, by the way. I'm not sure if this is gonna work. There is 16 roaches at home for live, and there's 24 roaches moving across the map. But once those boys arrive, there's gonna be a lot more roaches out already for live. And with 1-1 upgrades against 1-0, I think he should be in a good spot to defend this.
I actually think those roaches don't even want to attack, they just want to exercise. They walk from the top right to the bottom left, and before anything happens, they walk immediately back. Like, I would feel a bit silly if I was them right now. Nothing really happening. He just walks to the bottom, sees all the roaches for life, is like, yep, that's not gonna work. Back home, boys.
Yeah, exactly. However, did allow Targa to drone up to 57, actually going up to 60 right now. So he was ahead in drones for a little bit, got a little bit more income out of that. So it was a nice move after all. He's pulling ahead in the army supply as well, and in the supply in general. So good game so far by Targa. He's only behind in upgrades.
Yeah, but that's gonna start to become a bit of a problem. I like that he starts a +1 armor upgrade now and goes for double upgrades as well. But he's definitely gonna find himself in a position at some point where he's down 2 upgrades, 2 armor upgrades. And if life hits that window, even with a slightly lesser count of roaches, he should have a pretty good spot.
Yeah, I think if they have a max battle, it's gonna be quite okay for life if it's on Targa's side of the map.
There's the Contaminate. Using the Contaminate already gives the +1 attack. Didn't catch the armor upgrade with it though yet.
Yeah, that would have been more annoying. I feel like this +2 attack for Targa is gonna finish anyway before a big fight, unless he contaminates like 3 or 4 more times.
Absolutely.
But it would have been better on the carrot base, because then it would be 2-2 against 2-0 for quite some time. And even though armor upgrades aren't as big in Roach versus Roach because of the high base damage Roaches already have, it's still very nice to have some extra armor. 2 armor is quite big.
Oh, he actually sees it. He's contaminating the main upgrades. Is he going for it? His Overseer, one is moving in, going for the Contaminate, not quite. Oh my god, he could have used it and he didn't. He was just so shy of the energy and then he moved. That was unfortunate. That was actually not really all that well done for life. He sees the Queens, moves in, tries to Contaminate, doesn't have the energy at first, and when he has it, he doesn't use the Overseer, so now he loses one, has to move back with the other, didn't get a single Contaminate off.
Yeah, he could have hit an insane timing with 2-2 against 1-0 and just... I think he would have ended the game for sure with a push like this. He also has actually equal drones, so Roach count very equal, but if it's 64 Roach against 64, 2-2 against 1-0, you definitely just win the game. And here we go.
I mean, moving in immediately, the Roach count is exactly the same. The upgrades, on the other hand, it's 2-2 against 2-0. So that's exactly what Life was hoping for, getting the perfect timing here. The armor upgrade is about to finish for Targa. It's not done just yet. The perfect timing for Life's attack. The armor upgrade now through for the Norwegian Circle player, but he's still already lost quite a lot. The Roach count at this point is still slightly in favor of Targa, though, and he's able to hold here. Even has like so many Spine Crawlers that help him with the defense.
Yeah, he just migrated a lot of spine crawlers, and those queens being really helpful, being quite tanky, as well as having a few transfuses really can turn a battle like this around. And we actually see Targa with a supply lead right now, getting his own +2 carapace, and he's the guy that is getting more gas right now. He is on 5 gas against the 4 gas of life. Drone count still very, very similar, but the Hydra then is already down for Targa as well. So I'm liking Targa's position in this game.
Yeah, it's not only that, we have Life losing a lot more in the last fight than Targa lost, which is quite surprising because Life was hitting the timing that he wanted with the 2 lead-in upgrades, but right now, as you mentioned, it's the economy that really works well for Targa. It's also the tech that we have with the Hydras now coming into play. It looks like even with a bit more supply, Life won't be able to make any big moves here. He's only 1 upgrade ahead. Targa is researching that upgrade. There's no way for Life to get even farther ahead without going into Infestors and Hive Tech. And Targa is going to have the better composition with the Hydralisks.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like Life is the guy that needs to make something work right now. He's getting a macro hatch in his main base actually. He's getting his 5th gas himself right now, but Targa just keeps on adding Hydras. He's getting the Groove Spines upgrade right now. And he already has a few spines in position as well, so it's going to be very tough for Life to break this with just Mass Roach.
I don't really think he can do it here. I mean, maybe he gets a good position, but I highly doubt it. We have both of them also with the same amount of resources banked up, so reinforcements should be kind of equal, and then with the defender's advantage and those spine crawlers, I mean, how do you break through that if you're Life? I don't think you can. And time, I would say, is more working in Targa's favor than it is in Life's, just because of that added tech and because he's currently starting to keep up and like close that gap in upgrades.
Yeah, definitely. Life's still trying to make something work though, but Targa realizes that his army is just, well... Targa, it looked like Targa wanted to go for it for a bit there, then realizing, do I really need to? Do I really want to fight in a bad position? My army is better. He's the guy that has to attack. And it's just gonna make a big concave in case Life decides to go for it.
Life is waiting for his Baneling Nest, I think. I guess he wants to use that especially to bust through those Hydras. If he gets a good connect there, it would be really good for them. And also, as long as he has that kind of semi-contain against Targa, he can position his 4th base, which he's doing right now. But for that 4th to pay off, it takes quite a long time.
Oh. Targa with a nice move, probably build a few spores, cancel them, going up to 207 supply right now. So every little advantage that you can get, of course, matters, especially in a mirror matchup like this. And he's already, I feel like his army composition already is a little bit better. Life tried to sacrifice a few roaches and then go into mass baneling. Or well, mass baneling, about 40 banelings. Yeah, I guess we could call that a lot of banelings at least. Of course, they don't have the melee upgrade, so they won't be as strong as with those, but still, once the speed finishes for them, it's going to be a very scary army for Targa to fight against, especially off.
Yeah, Targa is going on the other hand straight for the tech into Infestation, but he has that. He goes for Pathogen Glands and a few additional Spine Crawlers now too. He has the resources. I mean, just look at this count. He's at 4,000 minerals and 1,000 gas because Life invested so much into the Banelings. If those Banelings don't pay off, but just imagine if they're like 2 Infestors and hitting a fungal on the Banelings. Just imagine what happens then. Life would lose the battle without even having a chance.
And only now Targa spots the 4th base for Life. Sacrificed a few roaches to make more room for Infestor, I guess. But now he's rebuilding the roaches, so I'm not sure why he sacrificed them in the end. 6 Infestors on the way, and Targa's army composition is looking very scary. However, there's still a lot of supply tied up in the eggs right now that isn't ready, and Life is just rolling in with the Banelings.
Life is moving in, and no Infestors to really stop him. The Baneling's actually not getting the best hits off here. Life is dropping his supply immediately since he's losing all of them. The Infestors will be out in a second, and then can start to place down the Fungals. They have the Pathogen Glands already. Both players reinforcing with the Roaches. Here come the Infestors, hitting Fungal after Fungal, and Life is remaxing maybe a bit faster than Life is here, but he can't disengage. Life cannot move back against the Infestors. Are there actually any Infestors left, or did he get all of them? There are 5 Infestors left, but they're not in range. Targa still at 180 supply against 190. There's no 4th base for him. Life just hitting. You know, Targa was just building those Infestors a bit too late for them to really have a big impact in the fight. They did a bit of damage, but they could have been so much more valuable if he just would have started them shortly after the Pathogen Glance upgrade.
Yeah, but I think the main problem was that there was a big move command from Targa in the middle of the fight, which lost him a lot of DPS. And before that, the fight was going in Targa's direction, it felt like, but after that, he lost a lot of free supply and a lot of damage output. So that was, I think, what lost him the fight. But still, he's in a decent position. Let's not forget that his army is a lot stronger. 5 Infestors, 9 Hydras. He needs to get a good position, though, and this is a very good concave for life right now. Will he be able to do it with only roaches against the, well, way superior composition for Targa? I don't think so. There's a lot of Hydras firing from the back. The Infestors got some good fungals. And I mean, like you mentioned,
we have fungals, we have hiders, we have spine crawlers, and the thing is that live, we've been talking about this fourth base a bit, but he never mined from it. He never sent drones over there, so it's just like baiting only for reinforcements, only for the larva, and he already has that macro hatch in the main base. He never used it for income, so he doesn't have an advantage over Targa in that regard. Targa now, as you can see here, and as you have already pointed out, is 40 supply ahead. I mean, he's just moving in. That fourth base is not going to be a problem for him at all. He only sends a few roaches up that ramp and just waits for life to engage so that he can use the fungals, the infestors, and flank him from the side. He himself sets up a fourth. Like, the position for Targa is absolutely, it's perfect.
Yeah, this is perfect. He's just gonna get this fourth base right now. He's gonna get his own fourth base. He is on, he has a way better army. All he has to do is basically choke out life right now. He can attack if he wants to, and he's just going for it. His army is way better. He's gonna get a decent enough spread. I feel like few roaches dancing in the back, but with those hydras, with the good fungals, it should be enough for Targa. Big supply lead already, and the army supply right now is 80 against 128. Favor of Targa, and I think that Targa is going to take the first game for Norway. Well,
second.
Yeah, well, the second game.
Yeah, it looks really like he's going to finally put an end to life here. Yes, takes the game, the GG called. Life is finally defeated for the second time, if you so want, but he's now out of the tournament for good. We have Targa putting the second point onto the scoreboard for Norway, and we are going to see another Korean player in the best of 9 show match. So stay tuned, guys, and then we're going to find out who's it going to be. Are we going to see Jaedong now, or are we going to see MC? Starting to the bottom left, we have now Targa starting as the last player for Team Norway. And we have him actually with an early pool here, going up against the Protoss player starting to the top left. It is MC. They've been bantering in the lobby already quite a bit. And let's find out who's going to be able to take it. Unfortunately, as you can see, the overlay is not really correct. Forgot to switch that back to my overlay. We have some problems with the overlay that the French supplied us with. I'm not quite sure what causes the issue. Whatever it is, like, we have to make do with it for now, so let's make the best of it. Harstem is commentating here with us. Talk to me. What do you think about the opening that we see for Targa?
This is great for Targa. This is insanely good for Targa. It's a 15 Nexus 15 gate. And it's gonna go up to a pool first, the 10 pool I mean, or a 9 pool even. And Targa is gonna scout where his opponent is, and he is gonna scout the fact that he's playing against the Nexus gate. So this is basically what happened, game 1, live versus Ike, and we're gonna have to see who if he handles it just as well as live.
My question. If MC loses this game to Targa to that early pool, on a scale from 1 to Idra, how bad is he gonna be?
Like extreme, man, he's gonna be real upset. He's gonna be really upset.
Oh god, he dodges the scout, doesn't he? Oh yeah, wow.
Very nice play by Targa there. But
Really
MC is
well
gonna
done.
see it right now. Will he be in time though? The drone. Will the drone be able to block? Oh, MC wasn't paying attention. I guess he didn't see it. Now he should be able to see it. He sees the drone. Yeah, this is great for Targa. Wow.
he proxy hatches him into his face.
This is not a proxy hatcher. This is a manor hatch, man.
Yeah.
He gets the pylon. Like, this is basically game over. There's never gonna be a zealot, and links are gonna keep on streaming over on the map. This is so good for Targa right now. And I think, like, there's nothing for MC to do except just tap out.
I mean, he doesn't even have, like, the gateway up with that pylon being attacked over and over again. He is forced to fight with his drones, probes, and that's the one thing that he can't really afford to do. That zealot is just started. It's not like it's nearly done. And bam, supply goes down as he's losing all of his probes. This is game right there. 4 supply against 18. GG and game. We have Targa with another point for his team, for Norway.
4-3.
4-3. And now we might see either MC again, Or we might see... No, we're actually going to see Jaedong first.
We're gonna see Jaedong first.
Wow.
For sure.
That's going to be a good one. So, boys, MC versus Targa. Targa takes it. And we're going to jump into Jaedong versus Targa in just a minute. Alright, boys. To the top of the map, we have Targa, the last man standing for his team still. That was also the case since we had him earlier with a 4-1 against his team. Right now, we have him with a 4-3. Could be the last map once again. Targa taking down MC, but now he has to deal with the Dong. Down to the left side of the map, we have JD. And, of course, casting with me is Harstem again. Well, let's see how this is going to turn out. Do you think that Targa can really force out the last man for Korea?
Yeah, man, I'm feeling it. Targa, once he's on a roll, he's in the zone. I told you, man. He took a sip of his Norwegian beer. He's feeling ready. And now he's getting the first scout as well. He's probably going to open up with Hedge first. Jaedong probably going to open up pool first because he's scared of the Norwegian god. Like, man, this is all planning out the way I told you.
Except you mixed up Targa and Snoot, right?
Well, like after the initial letdown by Snoot, I definitely told you that this is what was gonna happen. Remember, you were a non-believer in Targa's abilities? I told you, nah, man, Targa has this. Targa has it on lockdown.
I doubted him. I said I can't see him winning 4 in a row, but so far he has only won 2, so he needs to win 2 more. Jaedong already with the hatch opening against Targa's spawning pool.
Yeah. Ooh. It's Targa playing safe. I guess Targa thinks he's the better player than Jaedong, so he's just gonna, doesn't want to take any stupid risks. He's going for 15 pool, 16 hatch.
I'm really curious to see how this is gonna plan out for Targa. I mean, that game that he won against Live was really a good one. Jaedong was probably watching a lot of those games too, so he might have a bit of an idea of what he's going up against here. But this is, I mean, if Targa could really take down Jaedong, you know, the funniest thing that would actually be to see the chat of the Koreans to find out who really wants to play the next game, because I guess MC and Jaedong would really want to play the last map then. Especially MC, he must be so pissed after he just lost to Targa's early pool.
Yeah, he must be really upset about that. Really upset. In the meantime, we see very similar openings from both, except that Jaedong is a little bit ahead, just because he opened up the hatch first. Of course, we see it's one and a half drone difference. Really, it doesn't matter that much. Queen is gonna be a bit earlier for Targa, of course, so that's nice for him. Gas is about 15 ahead for Jaedong. So game very similar openings.
So far we have no speed taken just yet, so waiting for the gas so that they have the first 100, and we're going to see if one of them is going to skip it on this map. Pretty unlikely. Queen down for Targa already, both of them with the overlords getting in position for the scouting as well. Moving out of the main base, of course, since the queens are about to spawn. But do you expect Targa to be with the aggressor again?
I think Targa, like, he played one game aggressive and he played one game very, like, more the macro game style, and he won the game with the macro game style. So I think he's gonna stick what won him the games. So I think we're just gonna see a Targa playing a macro game this time. This time around. Jaedong gonna get the 2 links in. He will be able to spot the gas, so that's nice. He didn't get to see it with the overlord like Targa. So it's nice to get this scout up, seeing that it's not against gasless. Having some extra information is always welcome, of course.
We have one overlord moving back. I'm not quite sure if he saw the Baneling Nest. No, he didn't. So Baneling Nest being built by Targa at the speed. Jaedong is skipping his circling speed now. Doesn't take that. Has definitely the gas to go for it, but he's still deciding on what exactly to do with the 100 gas that he mined. And it doesn't use that just yet. We have him with the Spine Crawler at the front. He had no vision of that Baneling Nest. The last time we saw it, Targa actually cancelled it and went instead into an evolution chamber for the upgrades. This time we have Jaedong not only with the Spine Crawler, but also with the hatch tech. Much faster, and Targa is going for aggression. 16 Zerglings are being built. Not sure if Jaedong is really ready for this.
No, he isn't at all. There's no Baneling Nest. He only has 3 queens. So Life had 4 queens last game. And that was kind of an easy hold, but Targa messed up there. This time it feels like Targa's hitting a bit earlier as well. So a very powerful attack by Targa, I would feel like. However, there is a spine in position, and there's a second spine on the way as well. Is Jaedong gonna go for the full wall?
He is, I think.
So. Yeah.
I mean, he saw the Zerglings moving out, so he knows what has to come next. I don't think that can Targa really bust through there. I mean, might actually be able to just block that Evo chamber, but there's already another wall being set up, and I don't think this is going to happen. This is going to be annoying, but I don't think he can break through that. Jaedong is super serious about this defense, as you can see. I mean, so many evolution chambers being built that he could cancel at will. We still have that Roach Warren at the front, though, and if he snipes that would be great. But we have one transfuse, probably a second one ready in time too.
And he cancels all the Evo chambers. Targa does manage to get in with a few links, but the Ling swell from Jaedong is gonna be enough to stop this. Even though there is no speed, I don't think Targa will be able to get any damage in at all. If we take a look at the drone count, however, Targa is in quite a decent position. His lair is a bit delayed. He does not have a Roach Warren. He does not have an Evo chamber, but 10 more drones on the way, so he's gonna pull ahead in the drone count. And he will be able to establish a third before Jaedong, because he kind of has the map control still with the speed.
Yeah, the problem is still that we have the +1 attack already started and the speed upgrade for the Roaches, so if Jaedong wants to be aggressive with that, he definitely can. As you pointed out, there is no Roach Warren for Targa just yet. He's not even building it, right? I mean, there's nothing for him right now. He can only just run it. What is he going to do with this? I mean, he has a lair tech now done. Is he going to go into Spire? There's a Spire attack. I'm not quite sure if he can survive that. If Jaedong pushes in, there's a scout, Jaedong moves in, and he's gonna see that Spire. Yeah, he knows about it already. If he decides to just mass roaches and move in with a +1 attack upgrade, I don't think that Targa can do anything about it.
Yeah, however, there's already 3 spines, or, well, 2 spines, never mind. And there's a few links on them, so we'll be able to at least base trade with those links. And it seems like Jaedong is going for the more passive approach. He's going for an infestation pit right now, keeps on building a few roaches. Would not be surprised to see 1 or 2 queens added as well. Oh, nice little queen snipe there by Targa with the links. Saw that there weren't enough roaches to defend it properly. I'm really liking Targa's play, even though it didn't work, like his pressure did not work out. He's still making a game out of it, so to say. He has a good drone count, and he's going for the Spire attack. Has a lot of resources backed up. He's gonna be able to build 10 Muras immediately.
I'm really surprised that we don't see Jaedong playing aggressive against this. I thought with the +1 attack upgrade that he has there, that he just would try to bust through this. The only thing that he had to face are the Spine Crawlers and the Zerglings. Zerglings without an attack upgrade. In the end, he doesn't do it. With a few Roaches that he now uses to cross the map, he won't be able to do too much damage. There are too many Spine Crawlers already. So he has that third base definitely a bit faster. Ooh, snipes a Queen too, which is definitely nice. It gets into the main base, which is actually great for him. Much better than I suspected.
Yeah, this is doing way more damage than I thought. With those 8 roaches, he just killed 2 queens. He's gonna kill a bunch of drones. Will he even be able to kill the third? He might be able to kill the third with those links, and there's nothing rallied behind this. He's just playing a standard macro game behind this. He's pulling ahead in the drone count right now, and this is looking very, very good for Jaedong.
Yeah, he takes down the gas in the main base as well, limiting the gas here. We have 9 harvesters killed, the third base is gone. Harvester count is now 37 against 41. Jaedong pretty low still on harvesters, but he's building the drones now. He has infestors already on the way with a pathogen glands, so he can, if he gets a fungal against those mutalisks, it's lights out for Targa. Like, Targa has to be super careful after he lost this much.
Yeah, and this isn't looking very good for Norway right now. Their last player, Targa, is struggling a lot in this game. This might be the end of the fairy tale that we all wanted to see so badly. I really want to go to a game 9. It's still possible, of course. Supplies are still very even, but Targa kind of giving away the lead right there, or Jaedong taking it back more so.
Don't think that he knows about the infestors yet. If the infestors move in just one fungal and those mutalisks are gone, and you know, the way he moves them right now, whoa, my holy crap, like that was so close. Yeah, I actually think Jaedong messed up there a little bit with that fungal.
Yeah, he might have. It's hard to hit now, though. It's not as good as it used to be in the golden days of Wings.
But it looked like he shot that short, right? Maybe it was like an infestor in the back that really went for that. But that was really, if he hits that fungal, then Targa loses the game right there.
But now Targa's going for his own infestation pit, not looking to go for roaches. Wow, he's living on the edge with the Mutas, man. He doesn't care. Like, this is my last game. I'm gonna, like, if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. That's life. Or well, in his case, that's Jaedong. But you know.
Why did I knew that would come.
He's actually going for Hive right now, so he might go into a Greater Spire, then into Broodlords, I guess. Denies the Overseer, which is good for him. Kills the 2 Changelings as well. So, Targa a bit behind in eco, but if he manages
Yeah.
to survive till he gets to the Brute Lords, he might be able to kind of finish Jaedong with one big Doom push with 6 or 7 Brute Lords. We've seen this happen before. Scarlet, I think, is the person who is most famous for it. Did it at MLG a few times. We've seen her use it in Nation War before as well. And she really likes this play. She loves Mutas in general. Then going into a big Brute Lord push. And seems like Targa's going for that as well now.
It's a pretty big if, though, right? I mean, we have Hydrolist on the way, +2 attack as well, range upgrade too. If he uses that to push cross-map with Infestors, the Roach at the front, Queen count is currently, well, at 7. He can bring a few of those for injects. But if he pushes that now with the Hydras, I don't think that Targa has the time to really work towards the build or the composition that you talked about.
I don't. If Jaedong attacks, then it's gonna be extremely hard for
Oh.
Targa to hold.
Ninja expand by Targa down to the bottom. He goes into the Greater Spire and the Corruptors that you just mentioned, but we have also Ninja expand to the bottom of the map. Jaedong has the units now, and it looks like he's starting to cross the map with them.
Yeah, but I don't think he will ever be able to break the natural. Like no matter how many units he has. There's how many spines? There are 10 spines, and 10 spines hit hard. Infest, like Fungal, don't work on spines.
Does he really have to take down the natural, though? Like, if he just kills the third base, that would already put a dent in Targa's economy. And yes, then he might be able to get his units up there, but we will also see quite a lot of... the only thing we need to see for Jaedong is maybe even the Spire, then he can already work against the Brute Lords.
Yeah, definitely. But I think with a lot of invested Terrans, he should be in an okay shape as well against the Brute Lords. +2 already on the Hydra, so his army composition is quite strong already. And I'm really liking Jaedong's position in this game. 60 supply ahead. There's a lot of resources in the bank for Targa right now, and once his Greater Spire finishes, he's gonna be able to get...
Oh god, like so many of the Mutalisks caught off guard here in the middle of the map. Jaedong suddenly doubling the supply that we see for Targa. 164 in army supply. We are looking at 97 against 54. And the Broodlords are building. The Broodlords are actually already morphing, so he might be able to get those after all, but I don't think that it's going to be in time to save that third base. At least not if he goes for it. Well, he delays it actually by quite a lot.
No, yeah, he's just trying to regroup, I guess. He doesn't want to hurry into anything that he might regret later on. Former Mutas on the way as well for Targa, but yeah, this base is definitely a goner. He still, of course, has the hidden third, which is nice, I guess, but I don't think it's gonna...
It doesn't mine yet, that's another problem. The mural is actually surviving, that came off, yeah. But it's a 60 supply deficit, and now we have that Spire for Jaedong, we have Vipers even being built. The Broodlords army that we see there for Targa, I mean, it's crossing the map now. Where's that Spire? Where is he building it? He builds it all the way up to the bottom left of his own main base. So even if Targa goes through base after base, I mean, look at the money alone that Jaedong has. 3,200 minerals. I guess the limiting factor is more the gas than anything else, but we have 4 bases now for Jaedong with the gas taken. So even if those first 2 bases die, he will still have the resources to just get any kind of anti-air with additional Corruptors against the Broodlords into the game. Easy peasy.
Yeah, and it's not like there's no anti-air right now. There's already a bunch of Hydras and
Yeah.
a bunch of Infestors. The Spore going to town on one of those Broodlords as well. Spores are insane against Zerg air units. And this one base is gonna fall for Jaedong, but Jaedong already spotted the hidden third for Targa as well. So they're just gonna trade bases right now, and this is looking horrible for Targa. I feel like Jaedong definitely has this.
Yeah, 12 Corruptors are currently being built. The 1 base is down. It's still a 3-base economy for Jaedong. Targa losing the one to the bottom right that you've been talking about, the Ninja expand that we see there. And I guess the Corruptors are going to end this for him, right?
Yeah, there's not enough anti-air for Targa himself. He has a bunch of Broodlords, but those don't shoot up. He has 7 Mutas, 5 more on the way, but there's already 12 Corruptors out. No attack upgrades though, so I guess that's nice, but neither does Targa, and he's just gonna lose every single Broodlord right now, and I feel like he has to go.
Yeah. I mean, it takes another base, but the mineral patches were already low on this one anyways. Now all of the Broodlords are gone, and the only thing that we have left for Targa are Zerglings and a few Mutalisks, and we still have those bases taken for Jaedong, with him getting another hatch now as well. The Mutalisks are trying to take down one, but we have already 3 Queens defending, and with the Corruptors moving in, I guess this has to be game. It's a 100 supply lead that we see for Jaedong. It's the last game. If Targa loses here, then it's over, and I don't think he has a chance there. Great Fungals against Zerglings and Mutalisks. GG and congratulations, as Targa is defeated. Jaedong made it possible. It is in total now a 5-3 for Korea against Norway. So congratulations to Korea winning it here today.